Hey everybody, it's Rolly, and I am back for day 3 of our Soulful journey. And so I'm a little bit late. I'm hoping that the callback that is supposed to happen is going to wait until I'm done my live, but I've been sitting waiting for a while for them to get back to me. Lizzie, come. Lizzie, come. Hey. She's attacking the cat. And so the cat wants a break. Hey, Lizzie, come. Come. Sit. Sit. Stay. So, okay. So anyway, let's get back. Anybody want no, you can't have my dog. I was going to say, anybody want a troublesome dog? She's a pain in the butt right now. She has been after the cat like crazy all day. Okay, so now let's go back to our our soulful journey. And so we're on day 3. Today we're talking about mindful eating. So today, this is one of the ones that is sometimes a little bit more challenging for people, is because of, including me, because being able to be mindful with our eating. And so mindful eating isn't just about what it is that we consume. So obviously what it is that we consume is important as well, in terms of our own health and all the way that things are going. However, it's about how food makes us feel, right? So like if I get you to think about something that is important to you or a memory, a lot of times that will be one of the things. So like, for example, if I smell homemade bread, my immediate response is to go back to when I was a kid and my grandparents. And so, or if I see sugar pie made the way that my grandmother makes it, then like it's like irresistible. I'm eating it no matter what, whether I am full or not full. And because it is, again, takes me back into that childhood step. And so we use as part of our own family, like we use food for celebrations. So like I am huge on having a birthday dinner. And so like there's lots of things around that part of it is like the component around eating is there's like this whole relationship around the food. And so there's like 2 different extremes in terms of like how our emotions tie into our food. And so sometimes we're going to eat something and then we're going to feel guilty about it later, because we are like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. So, and it's not about saying like you can't have any of those things. It's about being able to be present and mindful so that if you are having a handful of chips, that you are choosing to have that handful of chips and being mindful about being able to eat it. So one of the things for me with my eating disorder is that when emotions come up, then I stop eating. And so, which is not any better than consuming the food when we're doing that. And so in terms of overeating and those kinds of things, that makes a huge difference around that part. And there's like like I said, there's those 2 different extremes, right? So it's like, oh, I'm going to indulge in eating this candy because like I absolutely love it. Or there's like an emotional attachment to something that we are eating, or we have a celebration around whatever it is that's going on. And so it's just about being able to be mindful with the things that we're eating and what it is that we're doing and how we're eating it. I'm not sure what, oh, she has a crystal. She's bouncing a crystal around. And so, but when we actually peel back those layers of what it is that has going on. And so I am somebody who, when I sit down to eat, I need to be more mindful of the sitting down to eat part, because I don't like my food getting cold. And if my food gets cold, then I stop eating. And so like, as soon as it's cold, it's not happening. And I don't do a whole lot of like heating it up either. So I don't use the microwave to heat up my food. I don't like leftovers. So like when we're making something, I need to make sure that it's something that I don't have to reheat, and I only portion whatever it is that we're going to be eating. So I try really hard not to have, I will do a little bit of leftovers because other people like leftovers, but I try and keep it so that it's very simple. Because I'm not going to. And so it makes a huge difference that way. So, but being able to be mindful about what it is that when we put it into our mouth and chewing it and noticing it, and not having other distractions around when we're trying to eat, as well as one of those other factors. And so like turning off the TV, not playing with our phone, sitting down and eating, not eating while we're driving, those kinds of things. And one of these days, Lizzie can't have that. And so one of these days, oh, that's where she got the feather from yesterday. So that's that's what happens when your office is a disaster and you've got a dog who wants to explore and who has not really been hanging out in here. So, and then you've got a cat who bats everything around. So that's just a whole other, a whole other thing. But being able to practice eating slowly and, appreciating the flavors and the smells and, acknowledging where it is that the food is coming from and or who it is that has made it, that kind of thing. And so just being more mindful of what it is, being more, and what I mean by mindful is like just being in the present right now. This is what I'm eating, and I'm not just eating just because. I'm actually going to savor it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy the process that comes with being able to eat. The other part of it is that by slowing down the way that we eat, it allows us to be able to have more of a holistic health because it slows down the digestion. It makes it so that things are not as intense. You actually end up feeling fuller with less food. So then you're eating less, those kinds of things. And so one of the things that I'm going to invite you to do is to take a whatever kind. So like whether it's a piece of fruit or something that has some sort of flavor. So like a really good one is using an orange. And because like when you actually go to put it in your mouth and you're actually eating it, so then being able to take that bite and then there's the juices that are flowing and that kind of thing. And so just allows you to be able to have that piece. And so just enjoying being in that moment. So yesterday I was eating a peach. And so when I actually took a bite and I took the bite and then just allowed it to sit in my mouth. And so that I can actually feel the juices actually going into my taste buds. And then I was chewing it and then like feeling the crunch of the bite as I was actually chewing it, that kind of thing. And so that's one of the things that I invite you to do. So I am going to invite you to join me on a 7-day mindful eating challenge. If you are interested in joining me on this 7-day mindful eating challenge. So yes, we're doing the 30 days of lives, but I'm going to invite you to do a 7-day challenge. And so within that 7-day challenge, I have a list of 7 things starting tomorrow. So if you want to join, and if tomorrow doesn't work, then another day is okay to start on Tuesday or whatever. But it's about being able to do this together as a group. And so we're going to be connecting with each other, whoever it is that wants to join inside Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection Facebook group, or I should say end because I'm going to be in both. And then, or also in our Soul Support Sisterhood on Telegram. So those are the 2 places where I'm actually going to share the practices, share the challenge, and be able to invite you to actually give some feedback as to how is it that's going? What is it that's going on within that time frame, and being able to use your journal in order for you to be able to do that as well. And so, so that's what it is that I have for today about mindful eating. And so just being able to recognize that and just allow ourselves to be able to have a better relationship with food than what it is that we have. And so, so that's kind of where things are at. I should be back tomorrow at around 4. However, it depends on what's going on in my life at that particular moment, but I should be back at 4 tomorrow, because I will not be waiting for a phone call tomorrow. So I will chat with all of you guys later and hope you guys are enjoying this journey with me, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye for now.